right? So let me give you a brief description on how to use Wikifactory as a CAD repository for your class project. By this point, you should have created your Wikifactory account, and this is the dashboard that you get when you log in to the account that you have created. I need you to create a project and give it a suitable name. I would select this format that I have used over here. Use the first three letters POD followed by an underscore, ETM, and then the last three numbers of your EGT number. Right, so that's the format that you have to follow for numbering or the name of the naming the project. So we open the new project file. This is what we get. The project type should be private, and as I told you earlier on, this is the format of the name. You can give a description if you want. Give an appropriate description, and then you create the project. And when you do that, you can return back to your project page and see your see a card for your project pop up on the dashboard. You can go into your project, and once you go in, there are a few initial things that you should set up. On the overview page, there's something called the README, and that's kind of a brief introduction to your project, what and the folder structure in the project folder, and also a brief description of what you might expect in the future when some person takes a look at this project repository. So I would type class project includes quadcopter reverse engineering project. You may type any other information that you think is appropriate. I would include some brief, no, a brief note on the folder structure. So this can be changed anytime later on. And after you do that, any changes you make within the project needs to be contributed, and that's similar to the commit you see in GitHub. And when you click on contribute, you need to give a title for the contribution, and for this my title would be initial description statement. So I have cleaned up my overview page, and you see that the introduction is now being displayed over here on the overview page. And what you should do next is to create a folder structure. To do that, go over to the files tab, and under it you need to create three new folders at the moment. But if you need any more, I'll let you know down the line. So let me create a folder, and it's better if you follow such a naming convention. So one CAD, right? And within the CAD folder, you can also add some files as well. At the moment, I have created some arbitrary part on Onshape, but you can use SolidWorks, and I have downloaded it. And let me upload that CAD file to this CAD folder. To do that, so I was previously on my drive for the project folder, then I went create a new folder for CAD. I go into the CAD folder, and then I can upload the file I've created. So in order for me to upload a file, this is what I should do. Go to upload and navigate to the file that I want. Then I upload it. Once the upload is done, we should click on contribute. So it's kind of a feature inherent to Wikifactory. There's no real explanation for that. So my contribution would be that my first part has been uploaded. I'll give some meaningful name. So that's my contribution, and you'll see that the folder and within it the part can also be found. Now initially you should create two more folders as well. So I would like to create one called bill of materials or BOM, and another for production plan. Click on create, but at this moment if you click contribute, based on the message that you see over here, your empty file folders would be deleted during the contribution process. Now, in order to avoid that, you should, since you don't have a bomb and a production plan at this moment, you should create some empty notepad file or some Excel file, save them somewhere on your computer and upload those so that your folders won't be deleted during this contribution process. Right. So I'll upload those two files. Sorry, this was not what I wanted to be uploaded to this folder. Right. Don't contribute yet, because if you contribute it now, the empty folder that we have over here was going to be deleted. Put some file out of this empty folder as well, and now you can do the contribution. And I would say creation of file structure, for sorry, folder structure. Right now, so your folder structure would have been created. Go into files, you will see three folders and your readme file, and once you go into those folders, you'll see your parts and all that. Now that's it for the initial stuff that you have to do. Now I'll give you a brief demonstration on how to use the version control technique in Wikifactory. Now let's say I make some changes to this part and and load it again. So now what I did just now is kind of inherent to Onshape, so you don't have to worry about that. In SolidWorks, you just simply make a modification and save your file. Right. So I have the new version of my file and I'll upload it. Right. So I can make a contribution and I would name it version 2 of part 2, I guess. But however, whenever you make these contributions, I would not use a title like this, but rather a meaningful explanation for what the change was made. So I would give a insertion or inclusion of some chimney or other, because that's the only name that I could come up with at the moment. Okay. So once you see this, a description of the last item or the last change that we made would pop up on under the last contribution column, and after some time you would have the option for version control and reverting to previous versions. It will take a minute, I think, in order for Wikifactory to finish cleaning things up. While we wait for it to happen, I will guide you through how tasks work. A task is kind of like problem tickers we use on service based software mostly, but however, I'll be the one who will be opening tasks and giving you comments on what to include and what to remove and not. And so creating task is not something that you would do, but let me give you an idea of how it might be done. So I'd be doing things